machine screen, and we're gonna get started. Now, you gotta open up your Maschine Studio first. Now, one of the things that you want to do is you want to set your tempo to a lo-fi rhythm, because in many cases, I used to be a victim of this. Sometimes we like faster drums and the drum beat and the drum pacing and everything. You have to hit the rhythm of a lo-fi beat, and there's like an art to this, because if you choose around 60 BPM or 60 tempo, you're gonna get like the what I call dreamy lo-fi, knock people out to sleep. If you get about 70, you kind of hit like a good sweet spot where people could kind of like feel a little bit more upbeat, not really upbeat, but be alert, but could still focus. So in the 70 range, that's your sweet spot. Then you got 80, where I call this upbeat lo-fi, where it's still lo-fi, but it's enough to kind of like break your focus and really tune in and really like the song that you're listening to, which I have a few tracks that I listen to with that. So for the sake of this, we're going to go right in the middle. We're going to be in the 70 range. So we're going to go, let's make this 74. We'll go 75 BPM. I'm going to go 74. It's going to be a little bit different. Go 75 BPM. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit browse on my Maschine, my Maschine Plus. I wonder if we ain't gonna focus on that. Actually, I could do that. I'm gonna get some separate second window, a makeshift second window for you all, so that you all can follow along a little bit on your machine as well. So bear with me 1 second as I put StreamYard on my phone. I want to see if this could work, and if it could, this will be highly beneficial to each of you. Settings, camera 2 facing back, or is it camera 0 facing back? Let's do this. All right, cool. So X this out. Yeah, I don't really have too much of anything, but this will be the best that we can do. Enter studio. Ooh. There we go. Hopefully you all don't hear my echo too much. You know what? I'm gonna cut this out of the mic. I wish I had a Bluetooth headphone. I'm gonna use this because it's gonna pick up on the mic. Next time what I'll do is I'll just have a Bluetooth headset connected through, and then I'll just do it that way. That's not going to work. So anyway, we're going to go into Maschine Studio. Sorry for taking up your time, by the way, with that. The idea came to me on the go. That's how you can tell this is live. So drums-wise, and I'll edit this out and re-upload the streamlined version around 5 p.m. tomorrow for you all. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to combo. We're going to go to crate cuts in Maschine, which I should probably show y'all over here. See, I'm in crate cuts on the screen here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these. Actually, good idea. Let's go with that. So I'm going to tune it down by 1 step. Now I want to add some drums to this. We're going to stay in crate cuts. Go drums. And all I did was add the drums. So what I did there was I added hi-hats separately that I know that I would like, and I added some drums to go along with it. And already you could already hear we kind of got like a melody going. This is not that hard, y'all. I'm gonna make this so simple and easy that you'll be able to replicate this in no time. So I'm gonna turn the swing up to about 45%, just so the drums still have, because like I said, we don't want to put people to sleep, but we want to make sure that they're still alert and they can still focus. So we want to give it kind of a little bit of a good rhythm, a little bit of a bop. So it's like you can get the people's heads moving enough so they could be in a rhythm as they're working. So what I'm going to do here is, this is my sampling technique. For those of you who haven't watched any of my videos before, this is a very simple and basic technique. So I'm going to hit the solo button on group A, which is our melody. You can hear it. We'll go to sampling. We're going to change this to 4 bars. Go over, internal, pause it, and select sound number 2, start, then hit restart. So we got our cut that we want. I'm gonna go to grid, hit apply, and I'm gonna hit group C. Actually, no, I'll keep it on group A. We don't even need to do anything else. So what I did here was just take sampling off. I chopped up our the sound we was hearing from an audio file into 16 different cuts. So here's what we're gonna do with that. So I'm gonna make a new pattern. We're gonna hit duplicate pattern. So this is, see, we went from here to here. That's all that happened. And we're gonna unmute our drums. So I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do this. See? All we did here was just mimic the first 8, and we keeping it going. Now, when it comes to lo-fi, there's a few things. Actually, before we even talk even more into that, we're going to do something with our drums. We're gonna do the same thing we did with our drums. Same thing we did with our melody with our drums. So we're gonna hit sound number 3, because that's the free one. We're gonna solo out the drums, and we're gonna hit start. All right. So we got what we need. We're gonna hit grid, apply, group B, boom. All right, now on solo, so everything is good to go. One of the main things you want to do is you have to think that lo-fi is not just a fancy title. It's actually an abbreviation for low fidelity. So low fidelity means lower quality sounds. Do these drums sound low quality to you? They sound like they're kind of there, but still with good mixing, these could sound like pretty good, decent drums. What you want to do now, I have a VST that I'm going to use called knock. Any VST where you could cut back the high and the low end or to equalize your drums, you want to use that. So if you have any multi-blaring compressors or For those of you who use FL Studio before, if you have a parametric EQ2, and even you could cut the high end part of the beat, so of the drum, so it could sound a bit different. So this is how it's going to sound differently. See, do you see how the difference of the drums sound already? So we're going to go like this. We're going to just, I'm just doing some mixing here. So I want you all just, whatever mixing you could do with your drums to kind of like mix that up. Now, you don't know really how to do the mixing of drums. I'll have a separate tutorial on how to mix your drums. That could be a separate tutorial. If you need that, let me know in the comments down below. But for the sake of time and for the sake of this workshop, I'm just going to show you all just how to make a lo-fi beat. So this is made with the assumption that you do have some beat knowledge on how to make your beats. All right. Now, we're going to do the same thing with the sound, but we're going to just do probably a little bit more. So I'm going to use knock. I'm going to do some of the same. And then what we're going to do here now, there's plenty of different things you can do, but one of the things I use, shout out to Curtis King, there's a Tape Boy plugin that I'm going to use here, and knock is Decap's equalizer if you haven't heard of that one. So get knock from Decap. You can get Tape Boy from Curtis King if he still has it available, that is. So I'm gonna choose the lo-fi option on this and add some rain to it. So now we're ready to kind of like just start putting it together. So what you're going to do is, this is what I always do to make life a little bit easier for me. I right click and hit append to song. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to say that this is not complete. So I'm going to add a little bit more to this because this sounds okay, but you know you're going to need to add some variations to this. You need to add something that kind of brings it a little bit more life. So let's go to group C. One of the things I like to do is when I work with a sample. Now this sample was, I still remember the name of the sample, thankfully. So over here on the side, we come down, we used Till Next Time. I remember it was Till Next Time. Let me see. Where is Till Next Time? Till Next Time. Did I pass by it? No, it was a combo. Real talk. Here we go. So right here, we see that this is in the key of dB. So we're going to look for a similar sound in that same thing. So we can do guitar. Now we did this. That doesn't match at all. Now, this is where you can start getting creative. This is where I really would didn't mean to do that. This is where I really would encourage your creativity. So for me, excuse me, I would start looking through either other I'll start looking at other options because we have bass. So we have a piano, we have a synth, and we have a bass line going. So we already have a lot going on already. So we could, for the most part, leave things the way they are if we wanted to. But I want to add just a little bit of a hint that you can't get nowhere else. So I'm going to go to Splice. And I could, if I wanted to, let me see something. Let me go to Faded Rails real fast. Is it Faded Rails? No, it's not Faded Rails. Let me see if we can find You Never Find. Shout out to those of you who know what song I was alluding to. All right, let's just go here. So I'm going to just say sax. I want something, kind of classic. We could add it into a boom bap, not boom bap, but go ahead, DB minor chord. Oh no, yeah, we'll go DB minor. So we're gonna go hit this and close this out. So now already we kind of got. So right here, this is at 81 BPM, right? It works out because the beat we chose is already at 80, right? So what we're gonna do is take note of this. This is from Magic Ride 2. So files, splice, and I have a tutorial on how I set all this up already, but we can go into that another day. Magic Ride 2, loops, melodic loops, brass loops. And what we're gonna do here is switch this to an audio file, bring it down one notch, just like we did for the sample. And let's make sure we get 4 bars of this. Do you see how much of a difference that makes? Do you see how much of a difference, how much life just came into that? So let's go a little bit further with that. Let's go a little bit further. All right, so sampling, we're gonna choose this one, solo it out, start. Let me just check in on y'all. Is anyone saying anything? Yo, Andy with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much, man. It isn't some of them a masterclass. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. So I'm glad I checked that. I'm so much in the zone. Like I can't see the screens right now, and I don't want the for some reason my phone it picks up the volume like it's a cell phone and everything. So that's why my microphone there is not gonna be the greatest. All right, so let's go to slice, grid, apply, C, boom. All right. So what I was doing, and for those of you who haven't seen, I'm just gonna walk it back a little bit. I was mixing out the horn so that the horn still follows within, still having that lower quality sound. So right here, now for those of you who have Native Instruments, you should have this. This is your RC24, right? I wasn't really focusing on the modulation side. I was focusing more so on what parts of the instrument is going to be focused on more. So I prioritize the low end and the mid ends and the mids of the horn. And I'm not putting so much priority on the higher end, which is the part that's probably heard the most. Like I'm trying to not for that part to have that much quality, which is why that is pulled down more. And I switched this from wet to mix. So this way I have more control over between the ratio between dry and wet. So right now we're just doing some mixing, and we're gonna go into just building the beat now. So excuse me, this is just a mix, and what I did here was as you can tell, I lowered the volume a bit. And I also prioritize, you see this right here, that we see the green. So it started right here, and I just brought it to the right side to about 25% to the right. So this way the horn is heard mostly on our right hand side, because we had to. Did my camera go off? It did. Let me fix that. Hold up, we got some comments here. Sounds way better with the horn in the background, like it's further away. What are you doing? I mean, knock knock. I'm working, brother. We doing a live workshop. So what we want to do here, we want to prioritize this to the right hand side, because think of a set, right? I'm not gonna even say an orchestra. Orchestra works the same way, but think of a jazz set. Is everyone in the middle, or do you have people spaced out? You may have your bassist on the left, you may have your guitarist on the right, or you may even have your saxophone player dead center, or in some cases, depending on if the saxophone is more of an accent, then you're going to have that saxophone player more to the right or to the left. So the key to us doing this with electronic music is to emulate these realistic scenarios as possible, because this is what keeps people engaged. So right here, when we play it again, that's it to the right. Now hear it in the middle again. You hear it, but it feels like it's still on top of everything. It feels like the horn is just a layer on top of the already comboed strings, the already comboed bass, the already comboed piano. The strings, basic piano, are already all in the middle already, which, you know, we was doing a much longer breakdown. I would show you, I would actually get the stems and break these down all apart separately. But for what we can control, we're going to put this back to the right to about 25%. It gives everything a little bit more room. Now, here's something that I did do. Now, we're going to take the mixer portion out for a second. So right here, right? What I can do here is I can go to sounds, right? And if I wanted to be extra meticulous with this, I could prioritize the kick to be to the left and the snare to the right. So let's just do that just a bit so you could see just a little bit of a difference of how much that can make. We'll do it for the first 8 bars so you can just get an idea. All right. Turn this. Do you see the difference? So I'm gonna let the first 8 is gonna be if it's separate. The second 8 is gonna be with them not separated. You can hear the difference. Watch. So as you all can see, I already started doing them. So we're gonna go ahead and just do the same. I'm gonna show you all this one. I keep forgetting I can't see my machine, so I gotta make sure I show you all this. So we'll put this 22, 21, and these I'm not being as precise. I'm putting them roughly around the same, just to kind of give a little bit of a volume consistency, because nothing's ever going to be fully the same and perfect all the time when you're dealing with realistic movements. There's going to be some rhythm that's going to sound imbalanced in others, but it's still going to make sense. So let's save. All right, so we pretty much got what we need. We want to make this, like, excuse me, as easy as possible. I don't want to keep you all up too late. So we're going to go ahead and switch to song. And as you can see, it's practically already there. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to delete this one. Scene, delete. Duplicate. So we duplicated our sound pattern. Let's go ahead and do this. So already with this, I could already, if I wanted to, make a new pattern. There we go. So what I did here, if you notice, I lowered the velocity of how the horn was being played, because what we want to do, as you heard, it still didn't feel natural. So I had the horn kind of like fade itself in as if the person is taking the breaths required to hit those stronger notes at the end. So watch this. Oops, I said go to new project. Sorry about that, y'all. At least we saved it. All right. See, so I want to just duplicate this, but what we're going to do now is we're going to take out the horn. Actually, no, we're going to keep the horn there. We're just going to duplicate it, and we are going to start making some changes. So what we're going to do here is change up the pattern a little bit. And was it this one or is it this one? It was this one we needed. All right. So pattern, scene. This is just for tutorial purposes. So this is not anything big. So we pretty much got the whole beat here. All right, so the most that I would do to this is probably just add some vocal samples. But for the most part, this is where we're at. This is where we're at. Oh, wow. We got another super chat. Yo, Yofi, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the sleepover. You said about to hit the A early morning per usual. Appreciate you, man. Dragon Gamer said, bye, everyone. Good night. Take care. Thank you so much for coming, Dragon Gamer. Y'all showed out tonight. I definitely appreciate y'all for coming out. So I guess what we did worked. I guess the music worked, but I don't know if y'all can hear me over the music, so I can play it right now. But I'm going to just stop sharing my screen and just say that is pretty much the tutorial on how you can make a lo-fi beat on Maschine. Now, for those of you who are watching the replay of the live, I'm gonna chop this up. So if you watch this live, I'm gonna chop this up and I'm gonna aim to re-upload this sometime tomorrow around 5 p.m. So be on the lookout for that. But I definitely appreciate you all taking the time to come out. For those of you who are longtime supporters of this channel, of the Chill Squad, for those of you who want your Chill Squad merch, I got something for you. Stay tuned. Hey, you. Have you been to the chillmerch.com? Chillmerch.com has all of my latest merch line for you. If you like regular shirts, if you like taking notes, or if you like playing video games like me and you want to protect your Nintendo Switch, we got you. So go to the chillmerch.com. You will not regret it. All right. So I appreciate, shout out to the people who came out. Shout out to Andy Ackerman, shout out to Yofi Smith and Dragon Gamer, and all those who are over on the Twitter side. I really do appreciate you all. We're coming in strong for the month of April. And I wanted to kick off to let y'all know that we're back. I actually made a real thumbnail for you all. It's been a while, but the computer's back up and we're gonna get to work. So till then, till next time we speak to each other, I appreciate you all. I will be live. For those of you who don't know, I do have an only live channel, Avidan Smith Live, where we just do live streams where it's either inspirational talks, business talks. We do making beats from scratch, work with me sessions, all those. That's over on the live page. This is for you all, for those of you who actually needed this. So with that being said, if you enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and most of all, you make sure you share this with a friend. And if you're watching the replay and you would like to learn more about some sampling techniques, then click the list down over here on the my left-hand side. Thank you so much.